We're now going to move on to item 7, end the blockade of the Lachin Corridor, which was held by Supervisor Barger. For members of the public on the telephone, press 1, then 0 now to comment on this item. Supervisor Barger.
Thank you, and I'd like to thank Supervisor Horvath for co-authoring this motion with me. Since December 12th, 2022, the Azerbaijani government has blockaded the Lachin Corridor, blocking access to Artsakh. The Armenian name of this corridor is Barger, and I think that's important to put on the record. The Armenian name is Barger Corridor. Azerbaijan has willfully ignored their international obligations under the trilateral ceasefire statement of November 9th, 2020. This corridor is the only road connecting the world to Artsakh. The blockade has cut off 120,000 Armenians from food, medicine, and other supplies. This has been a particularly devastating impact on young people and children who are stranded in Yerevan, away from their families in Artsakh during the holidays. And I saw one documentary that showed a woman who was trying to get her son for cancer treatment, and the devastation on her family for life-saving cancer treatment because of this blockade. Many families spent New Year's Eve at the cemetery where Armenian soldiers are buried in prayer. Separation from families is a deeply painful issue for the Armenians, as it serves as a reminder of the atrocities committed against children and families who were tragically separated by the Turks during the genocide, resulting in thousands of children becoming orphans. In fact, on January 17th, Azerbaijani activists deliberately targeted 19 children that were moving from Armenia to Artsakh through the Russian peacekeeping mission. The Artsakh ombudsman noted that the Azerbaijani activists subjected the children to psychological violence and frightening the children. The targeting of children is especially heinous. This board has consistently, and I say this, every single one of us on this board has sponsored a motion supporting the Armenians, and we talk about the number of Israelis living here. LA County has the largest number of diaspora within the Armenian. And I know I represent, and I know you represent Little Armenia. But this board has been united in constantly opposing the unprovoked pattern of aggression by the Azerbaijani government over the last 2 years. We must continue to condemn the attacks on Armenia and stand in solidarity with the Armenian people. I would ask for my colleagues' support today, but there is no question in my mind when they deny what they're doing. My eyes saw it, and these are individuals that are documenting it that are literally humanitarian. They're not from Armenia, they're not Armenian. They are reporting the facts, and the facts are that the Azerbaijani government is purposely cutting off Artsakh and trying to once again, and I think it was said, and we're gonna have some speakers here today, genocide 2.0. And we have to stand in solidarity against that. But again, I wanna thank you, Supervisor Horvath, and I say this, I think every one of my colleagues would have co-authored this motion with me. So with that, I know we've got speakers here who are far more articulate because they speak from the heart, because they are and have family members that are impacted. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Supervisor Horvath as the co-author.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. As we know, and as has been said since December 2022, the Azerbaijani government has blockaded the Lachin Corridor, blocking access to Nagorno-Karabakh, also known as Artsakh. The blockade has cut off 120,000 Armenians, including 30,000 children, 20,000 elderly, from food, medicine, and other supplies. The actions by the Azerbaijani government continue a long pattern of aggression And it's sad that we have to keep speaking out on this issue because we have been calling it out, and we know today and every day more must be done. In March 2022, Azerbaijani armed forces forced the displacement of more than 400 people from Artsakh, and since May 2021, Azerbaijani armed forces have continuously attacked the Republic of Armenia and occupied its internationally recognized sovereign territories.